It's turbo time.
We need air support. We need it now.
Locals only.
Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, 100.5 The Katt presents the Local Talent Show, breathing life and support into the local music scene with your host, Turbo.
Thank you, Alice in Chains. Good evening, kiddies and cats, friends and fiends, boys and girls, and welcome to another edition, Show 35 of the Local Talent Show with me, your host, Turbo. Thank you so much for tuning in and for keeping it cat, and definitely thank you for supporting your local music scene by listening to this show. Speaking of which, I got a hell of a show lined out for you guys tonight. I will be debuting new music from Cosmic Wool, which is Rado and Nevada Romo's new project. Following their stint with Anti-Mortem, they have started this new project, Cosmic Wool. So yeah, I'll be bringing you new music from them. I also have some music from TwoFold making their debut here on the LTS. I hear tell that they're doing a special show here in the near future. Also, new music from BlackWater Rebellion out of Tulsa. And of course, as always, bringing you all the best in all brands of rock from across the great state of Oklahoma. That's right, it's all about playing music from my fellow Oklahomies here in the OK State. Just a quick reminder, you can find the LTS page on Facebook at facebook.com/Katt Local Talent Show, K-A-T-T Local Talent Show. Pretty easy, right? Makes sense. But each one of these bands that are played tonight will be tagged in a post, so it makes it easy for you to find them. Like their page, share it with your friends, check out their pictures and their music and all that good stuff. In the very least, doing what you can do on social media to support your local music scene. Without further ado, let's get into the music and kick off the show with Empire Gray out of Edmond, Oklahoma. The name of this track is The End Is Not Here. They have an upcoming show at Whiskey Chicks on Friday. You can hear the details on that show and many others in the concert calendar, which will be airing a little bit later in the show. After that, we're going to do a double dose of bands out of Tulsa. I have Sovereign Dame for you with Grapevine, and then For the Wolf with Sweet Dr. Medicine. Stay tuned and keep it here. It's Rock 100.5 KATT, The Katt, the LTS, and Turbo.
Stay
female-fronted punk rock out of T-Town, Oklahoma. That was For the Wolf right here on Rock 100.5, Katt, the Cat, and the Local Talent Show with me, your host, Turbo. Currently, For the Wolf is working on their new album called We Own the Moon. The lead singer has new hair, and apparently they'll be coming out with a bunch of new merch, so be looking forward to that, as well as a new music video. As soon as I hear more, I will let you know. Before For the Wolf, we had Sovereign Dame, also out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The name of the track was Grapevine, and they have one more week before they are leaving for Sturgis. That's right, apparently they are playing Sturgis, which is super awesome. They also have some new merch available as well. By the way, real quick Turbo tidbit for you. If you ever see a band selling merch, or their CDs for that matter, please buy it. That's how a lot of these bands make money, just to pay for the gas to get back and forth from show to show. The bulk of the money that any local band is going to make is going to come from merch sales, whether it be t-shirts, patches, CDs. That's one of the best ways that you can support local music. Not only attending their shows, obviously, but while you're at the shows, buying killer local band merch. All right, gonna get off my soapbox now. Kicking off the show, of course, was Empire Grey out of Edmond with their song, The End Is Not Here. And the end is not here for the show either. We just have a short break to roll through. Stay tuned, though, when we come back. I got BlackWater Rebellion for you, some Spinal Cross, King High, and so much more. Don't forget, we got new Cosmic Wool. And as the show goes on, it only gets heavier. The very last band in the show is super heavy. So stay tuned, keep it here. It's Rock 100.5, Katt, the Cat, the LTS, and Turbo.
You are rocking out and supporting your local music scene with Turbo on the Local Talent Show. Only on Rock 100.5 The Cat.
Just wanted to see you unguarded, dressed in your inequity, in the garden.
Hey, it's Jake Daniels, and you're listening to a show that supports its local music scene on the LTS with Turbo on Rock 100.5 The Katt.
It's all the best in all brands of Oklahoma rock right here on Rock 100.5, KATT, the Cat, and the LTS with me, your host, Turbo. What's up and how you doing, everybody? I am your bald buddy in charge, the Mr. Clean of the local music scene, and that was BlackWater Rebellion, another band out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, with their new song called Prayer. Just received that via email the other day, and hey, if you want to send music to me, I would love to take a listen to it. This is what you have to do, and this is the only way it's going to happen. Send an MP3 or a WAV file attached to an email at localtalentshow@cat.com. It's that easy. If you run into any issues, you can also hit me up at localtalentshow@gmail.com and definitely hit me up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/catlocaltalentshow. Probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. As far as upcoming shows for BlackWater Rebellion, they will be playing Sanity Fest 2015 on August 8th at the Vanguard. That is a show that I most certainly want to go to. On the bill, of course, besides BlackWater Rebellion, is When the Clock Strikes, Unwritten Rules, My Homeboys Searching for Sanity, No Void, and the band that you heard before BlackWater Rebellion, King High, with their song Hypocrite. King High coming to you out of Wagner, Oklahoma, by the way. And don't forget, when I mentioned a Facebook page earlier, all the bands that are played tonight on the show are tagged in a post. Makes it easy on you to go like their pages and share them with your friends. Coming out of the break, we did Spinal with their song Wasteland. Spinal making the return to the stage this Friday. Details are in the concert calendar, but I'll go ahead and tell you now. It's at Gilmore's Pub in El Reno. All right, time to get you back into the music and debut more new music. That's right, I just played you brand new stuff from BlackWater Rebellion. Now I'm going to play you brand new stuff from a brand new band. You guys might remember a band by the name of Anti-Mortem. They ended up getting signed to Nuclear Blast Records. They were touring all over the nation and doing really well for themselves, but unfortunately, the band folded. A lot of the respective members just went their separate ways. That being said, brothers Rado and Nevada Romo have got a new band together called Cosmic Wool. That's what you're going to hear right now. Cosmic Wool with Hole for My Head. By the way, don't be expecting the same Anti-Mortem sound. This is something wholly different, but you can still tell that Nevada and Rado are obviously working on it. So, here it is. Cosmic Wool, Hole for My Head. After that, some Atrus. We also got Darkwater Prophecy headed your way and Killer Strut. Don't forget, we're also going to debut TwoFold. Stay tuned to keep it here. It's Rock 100.5 KATT, the Cat.
I woke up with in a cage. He seizes your reality.
the Katt Local Talent Show concert calendar. Brought to you by Vapor Hut and the ACM. On Friday, Spinal and special guest Atrus will be at Gilmore's Pub and Barefoot Bar in El Reno, Oklahoma. Also on Friday, you can catch Empire Grey at Whiskey Chicks in OKC. On Saturday, it's Maddie's farewell fundraiser featuring heavy bands Broken Flesh, All Have Sinned, Solomon, Homegrown Terror, Arise and Devour, and more to be announced at the 89th Street Collective in OKC. And finally, it's the Okie Punks compilation fundraiser show number 4, featuring Chokehold Stab, Justice Keeper, Anarchy for A-Holes, and Mad on Acid at the Snug Lounge in OKC. This is Turbo, and this LTS concert calendar has been brought to you by the Vapor Hut and the Academy of Contemporary Music, supporting live music in the local scene here on the Katt.
You'll find born of the
rocking out and having a good time here on the Local Talent Show with me, your host, Turbo. What's up and how you doing, everybody? That was Killer Strut from right here in Oklahoma City with their song Intervention. Killer Strut has some new merch for sale. I was talking about band merch earlier and how you should support local bands by buying that merch. Shirts for $10, hats for $20. You can pre-order them right now. Go to their Facebook page to find out more info. Help them get together some more money so they can record more tunes and play them right here on the LTS with Turbo. Killer Strut, of course, fresh off their show at the Rock in the Box Music Festival Festival that went down at the Downtown Music Box over the weekend. I hear it was a hell of a show. I wish I could have went at least one of the days. I did not make it. However, the local lineup was pretty sick. I mean, if there was anywhere to go this last weekend, it would have been the Downtown Music Box Rockin' the Box Music Festival. There was a lot of great talent there, and they all repped it for Oklahoma and our music scene. Before Killer Strut, we had Atrus on there. Atrus playing that show with Spinal at Gilmore's Pub this Friday. If you want to go and check them out, they're pretty much veterans of the local talent show. Atrus, of course, out of Edmond, Oklahoma, has a Reverb Nation page and Facebook page, much like all the other bands do that I play here on the show. So please, please, please go and check them out, like their page, share them with your friends, do what you can to spread the word, and share local music. Before Atrus, we debuted new stuff from Cosmic Wool. Looking forward to seeing more out of those guys here in the near future. They have a show coming up on August 8th, actually, at Fun Daddy's in Rush Springs. So if you're willing to make the trip, I highly encourage it and suggest it to check out Cosmic Wool. Otherwise, you see them playing here in Oklahoma City anytime in the near future. You better go see them. Check them out, support your scene. All right, finally, getting to TwoFold now. TwoFold apparently has been on a bit of a hiatus and a break, and they're going to come back to do a couple of shows here in the very near future. That being said, they dropped me one of their tracks called Closure. Perhaps they've been played here on the LTS before I took it over. I don't know. So until I'm told different, they're making their debut on the show right now. After that, we're going to roll straight through a break, come back, do some Justice Keeper, and All Have Sinned. Stay tuned and keep it here. It's Rock 100.5 KATT, The Cat.
Pictures of life faded into black, writing on the wall in blood. Feelings of love taken by hate, countless nights alone. The tragedy, hopeless, helpless, falling out. I need you. Please come now. I'm calling out. Take it all away. Nobody can hear me. I just can't explain. It all no sense. I need closure, exposure, reality grips me. Why me? I become someone else. I'm not the same. It defeats me like playing a game. Until it all falls apart, I'll keep fighting, praying for closure. Deep inside, hiding memories of the soul. Give me a remedy. I'm a bottle of lies. Tell me everything's alright. Tell me that everything's fine. I'm not alright, not feeling right. I'm not alright. Nobody can hear me. I just can't explain. I need closure, exposure, reality grips me. Why me? I become someone else. I'm not the same. It defeats me like playing a game. Until it all falls apart, I'll keep fighting, praying for closure. I need closure, exposure, reality grips me. I become someone else. I'm not the same. It defeats me like playing a game. Until it all falls apart, I'll keep fighting, praying for closure.
Hey, local bands, want to hear your music on the radio? Send an email to Turbo with your best FCC clean song to localtalentshow@gmail.com. The Cat, breathing life and support into the local music scene on Rock 100.5 FM. The Cat.
I'm trying to free your mind, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
You're listening to the LTS.
That's Local Talent Show!
Only on Rock 100.5, The Cat.
your friggin' face with all the best in all brands of rock music right here on the LTS with Turbo, Rock 100.5, the legendary Harry Katt. That was All Have Sinned. Awesome deathcore music from right here in Oklahoma City. Their debut EP, Desecrate Their Graves, is out now, and you can find it on their Reverb Nation page, their Bandcamp, their Facebook, all over the place. It's not hard to find. Again, I've said over and over, every single band that's played on the show tonight is featured in a post on the Katt's Local Talent Show Facebook page, facebook.com/Katt Local Talent Show. You can find them that way. Otherwise, just do a search for All Have Sinned OK, and you will find them either on Facebook or Reverb Nation. Check out their music. When it comes to deathcore, these dudes kill it, and they're from right here in Oklahoma City. It's amazing stuff, and I love it. Of course, I love the heavier brand of music anyway, so I will admit to being a little partial to it. Also, All Have Sinned have a show coming up. It was in the Concert Keeper, but I'll remind you again real quick. This Saturday, 89th Street Collective, formerly The Conservatory. They'll be playing with brutal death metal band Broken Flesh, as well as Solomon, Homegrown Terror, which I really dig, by the way. I'm going to have to get some of their music. I just checked them out the other day. Arise and Devour will be there as well, and there's still another local yet to be announced. But yes, this Saturday, you can see All Have Sinned as well as Broken Flesh. It's a farewell fundraiser, and if you didn't know, the bands on the bill are all of the heavier nature, but they're also of the Christian nature. Yes, despite how heavy Broken Flesh and All Have Sinned and Homegrown Terror are, all hardcore Christians. Nothing wrong with that. Before All Have Sinned, we did Justice Keeper. Justice Keeper, one of my favorite bands here in the area. They're from Oklahoma City as well. And if you were listening to the Concert Keeper, they have a show this weekend as well. They'll be at the Okie Punks Compilation Fundraiser Show number 4. That is also going down at the Snug Lounge on Saturday. Other than that, nothing new to report on either one of those bands besides the fact that they are awesome. All right, that does it for the show. I got to get out of here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for being a part of the local music scene here in Oklahoma. We have a lot of great talent. We should be proud of it, and we should definitely get out there and help these guys out. I implore you to please, please, please go out, see a live show, support local music, and tune into this show every Tuesday night at midnight. It's the Local Talent Show with me, your host, Turbo. As always, keep it cool, keep it killer, keep it crazy, but make sure that you keep it Katt. I'll scream at you guys next week. Peace.